To another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Jay Andrews, and I'm joined by the always lunatic fringe, Captain Crazy, the madman Logan Creed over here. What's up, Logan?
I'm here.
He's over here sporting that.
Yeah, you know. You got it, you got
Showing
it. You don't, you still got it.
Showing
anyway.
the skin for the ladies. Hope y'all enjoy that.
No problem.
So, gonna let you pick the topic. What we're talking about.
Let's talk about guys that did good promos.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
And it can be from any era, any time, any place, any subject, any promotion.
I figure right off the bat, you're looking at Dusty, you're looking at Flair, you're looking at $1 Million Man, Stone Cold Rock.
Well, who's one like you thought did a good promo, but not everybody would have picked?
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Had no idea what he's talking about. There's always entertaining. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I'll tell you, I thought about this today. I was listening to Bruce Pritchard, and he always does like imitations of guys. And I was like, I wonder what an imitation of Frenchie would have been like. Remember Frenchie was with Dino, and his whole thing was, USA, not okay. Like, to me, that was the best promo ever. USA, not okay.
Wow. SmackDown #1 announcer.
That's two guys right there. Best promos ever because you remember their promo. You remember, you remember the little bit they done, and essentially it was just a catchphrase, you know. But I think, you know, people that are fans of that, you know, late 80s, early 90s kind of would remember Frenchie with Dino Bravo. Just that, USA, not okay. You know, he had a little sign up or whatever, and then SmackDown #1 announcer. You know, like it's classic. And I mean, it's Jimmy Wayne Yang, you know, I'm your boy. Like, that's
so bad. I guess that's it. It was so bad you remember it.
Yeah, or even Kantai, evil, you know, like. But I mean, as far as like guys that can talk, Austin Idol to me could all like. I remember as a kid, I found these VCR tapes, VHS tapes, or whatever, and there was a promo for Austin Idol. He was talking about a match, a barbed wire match with I think Lawler or somebody. And he was just describing like how a bull can run into that barbed wire, you know, not go through it or whatever. And I was like, man, this is the greatest thing ever. So I had never really, you know, I've only seen bits and pieces of, you know, his work, and but that promo has always stood out for me. So definitely say Austin Idol's a talker. Billy Graham, Hogan. I mean, if you want to, you know, get to that.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the lesser known, like Raven. Raven was a freaking awesome promo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he touched you here, there.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? Why is this guy wrestling? You know what I mean? Like, he was so smart.
I mean, I guess you could throw maybe Arn Anderson in there.
Arn was great.
Talk, man. I don't think he got the
and
credit.
Ole was fucking really good. Hell, Ole coined the phrase Four Horsemen.
Yeah. I'm actually reading Ole's book right now. So
really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is he cussing everybody out, or just?
I hadn't made it to that point yet. I'm only like 5 or 6 chapters in. So far, he hadn't cussed everybody out. He's admitted that I'm a butthole several times so far. But man, I don't know, just kind of off the cuff, man. Maybe like Lawler. I mean, would people think about him as being a good promo?
Lawler, I thought so, honestly.
I mean, we know he is, but I mean, like, he's not one of those guys you just.
No, a lot of people wouldn't
go
to.
What I mean?
A lot of people gonna pick Flair, Hogan, Savage, people like that off the bat, or Dusty.
Yeah.
I tell you, did you ever listen to a lot of Harley Race?
No, I've only heard a few.
But like he was straightforward to the point. But his was good.
You know, another guy that was like that was the Assassin, Jody Hamilton. Yeah. I watched a promo where he was turning on the other guy in the Assassins. And he turned on him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took it a whole nother way.
And the promo was
wrestling you've been watching.
The promo was awesome. Really? Like, I mean, he was a no nonsense, straight to the point, in your face kind of promo. But man, it was like, man, this is great. You know.
I'll tell you one I remember. And I have no idea why I remember this promo, but it's the way he ended it. Was Dick Slater, but he was. You remember they did like a promotion here in Mississippi for a little while. It was God, I guess in early 90s, maybe mid 90s.
Yeah, it was like the new Mid-South or something.
Yeah, and Disco Inferno started there.
Yep.
But like him and Dick Slater were like the names. But I remember Dick Slater going, everybody down here in South are great wrestlers. But I'm always just that much better. And he did that, and that always stuck with me.
Yeah.
Here it is, 2017, and I'm still thinking that one promo.
I'll tell you a funny story about that promotion. We all know the Outlaw J.D. McKay. He's kind of a cult legend in these parts.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know how he became the Outlaw?
No, I don't.
He tried to get booked there, and they wouldn't book him. They said he was too outlaw for their promotion. So legend goes that he was telling Dutch Mantell that, and Dutch said, well, there's your name right there. You're the Outlaw, J.D. McKay.
No shit.
So, all because that promotion
Wow.
was booking. Yeah. So that
That's cool.
because back then, you had promotions, and then you had outlaw promotions. Now we call them backyard, but they wasn't necessarily. All it was like, say if you're running a territory, well, they just come run next to you, and that's how they became the outlaw promotion, was because they came into a territory that was already established. So
we've had some similar problems.
yeah. So, but yeah, I just saw it like JD told me that because I was trying to find info on it, because there's about 4 or 5 episodes on YouTube, and that's all I could find about it. So I was trying to get more info, and JD knows everything.
And it was on 40 maybe, like in the morning time for some reason. I remember.
But yeah, like speaking of JD's a great promo.
Yeah, JD.
JD can talk for sure.
Like Brother Love.
Yep.
Our Brother Love.
Yeah,
not,
both Brother Loves, if you want to think about it. But,
our teacher, Brother Love.
Yeah, the white version and the black version. Very good talkers. Pharaoh Funk.
Yeah.
A really good promo. There's a thing called talking them into the seats, and he does that.
Yeah.
May not be the best wrestler, but
he got some
he can talk.
activity going on. He lost all his hair.
Just pushed it out. Huh? That's what happened to me. So
it's flowed to the back, down his neck.
He's got a mane. He looks like
it's like a bald-headed Ninja Turtle.
A ball-headed lion.
We still love you, Pharaoh.
Yeah, a little
sometime. On a Friday, if the sun's right. And the wind ain't blowing the wrong
Monty
way.
Warbucks, O'Shea Edwards, both of those guys, man, they're talkers. Stunt Marshall, he's going to be in the Great Southern 8 this year. Hate, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, whether he talks or not, just hate. That's great.
Just creative too. That's a lot of his. He's really, really creative.
Yep.
He's just out there.
Well, I mean, with a name like Stunt Marshall, you got to be out there.
You turned your name into Stunt Marshall. I'm like, you're the real life Ultimate Warrior. What the hell?
The broke version, or the indie version.
Version.
I don't know if he may be rich. I don't know.
Indie Warrior.
I'll tell you another guy. Easy Rotten. I don't know how many people think about him as a promo guy, but he can talk.
Yeah, you had to bleep some of his, but he was a good talker. And now he's a rich talker.
Yeah, I've heard he got lucky at the casino.
Fortune.
$3
million man.
4.4.
Yeah, but he had to pay taxes.
You don't tell nobody that.
Nah,
he now has Matt Riviera's gimmick. Matt Riviera was Mr. 5.5. Easy as Mr. 4.4.
Sweet.
Not quite as rich.
I'd take one, much less.
John Saxon. Saxon's a good talker. I don't know how many people would put him as a great promo guy, but around here he's phenomenal.
I'll tell you somebody we saw live that was on WCW, and I don't think he ever got credit for his promos the way he could have, but was Buff.
Yeah.
Buff was really always good on the indie circuits.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say it was going to be PNUs, but
when the hell did we meet PNUs?
I don't know.
Did I miss something?
Just for some reason, yo baby, yo. Stuck in my head. When you said WCW, I don't think.
What's in your drink? When did we make PNUs?
We haven't. But I just thought, like, when you said, hey, this guy in WCW, he's first person. Yo baby, yo.
What the hell? I said we met, that we've been on shows with.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It must be. Mine's empty.
So, sorry, y'all, I got tickled.
I don't even know where that come from.
I don't either. All right,
Back to our regular.
Joe Kane's a good
program.
promo. Joe Kane can talk.
Yes,
he got some punch people, but he's got a great looking punch.
He can keep up with the subject being talked about. Oh.
I'm not gonna say it because I love this guy's promos. Most people don't like them, and you don't have to comment. But I think for his character and the style that he's trying to put out,
okay,
old school Steve Starr has a phenomenal promo. Like you're laughing, but like I absolutely love to hear him talk.
Yeah.
Like
guaranteed to be excellent.
I mean, it just has like that 1970s Southern like wrestling commercial to it. Like,
if you flip the 70 around, you'd be more closer to what we was talking about.
So, but yeah, I think he's awesome. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody else. Man, who else is good talkers out there? I mean, I know there's a bunch, but I'm trying to like think of those that like you don't necessarily think
That's
about.
what I was saying. Try to get the lower guys. That to me, they should have got a lot more credit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something I enjoyed in TNA that I never really enjoyed before was Stevie Richards.
Really?
I didn't really care for the character, but he did the Dr. Stevie thing. But when he's doing the whole psychologist deal with Abyss, I'm like, what the hell?
Speaking of Abyss's brother.
Yeah.
Phenomenal promo.
Joseph.
Phenomenal. Joseph Park can talk, man. He's so good. Like right now they got him paired up with Grado, and he's trying to get he was trying to get Grado married so he could stay in the country.
Yes,
and
yes.
that stuff is so good.
What's funny is he wound up marrying a Canadian to stay in America. I don't think it works very well.
But he that may be the reason he just kicked her to the curb.
Okay.
So this week's episode of Impact, he kicked her to the curb. After a whole week of being together. Who else is good talkers? Shane Douglas.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
the franchise.
Like if you're a ECW fan, you know he can talk.
Yeah.
But I don't think people give it to him as like he comes up in conversation as a great talker. Taz is another one. Never really
old
that
school Taz.
Yeah.
Is the one I liked.
I just like remember
if you can survive if I let you.
Well, it was a promo with him and Douglas, and he was like, "Shane, you're such a huge mark for these 3 fingers, if you could beat me in 3 minutes or whatever." I'm like, oh, so good, man. Like,
yeah,
so good. Lance Storm's another guy that can talk. I don't think he gets the credit.
For a minute.
Because it was so unique to his character. Like, was it the most entertaining promo? No. Was it the promo that should have been with his character? Absolutely.
He's got a dry sense of humor, so I went with it.
I mean, another guy I think that, if you think about like his promo matching his characters, Kamal.
Yeah.
Booga booga booga. That's just phenomenal. No, I'm just kidding.
What'd you think
Scandal
about
Akbar was good. Like he's good.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I give you besides Bobby the Brain and Jim Cornette, I always liked. Well, now Undertaker. If you couldn't get behind one of his promos as Percy Pringle or as Paul Bearer,
yeah.
You don't want to be in wrestling.
Oh, Gary Hart, man. His like you had to listen to his promos. He kind of had like the Jake Roberts thing going on, but yeah, Gary Hart could talk too.
So let me ask you this: what about a woman?
Oh man,
I can give you 2.
Sherry Martel.
Sherry was good, but I was actually talking about managers.
Well, she was a manager.
Well, yeah, she was in the end, but I mean, she was a wrestler. But no, I was going to go with Tammy Lynn Sitch.
Yeah.
She was really good, man. Stuff in Smoky Mountain was really good, and she didn't know what she was doing.
No. But I mean, she was young to the business, so I mean, she was out there being like trying to be Hillary Clinton. That was the fun part.
Damn, what's the other one? She did the whole gimmick where she married Dick Justice. What's her name? I know you know who I'm talking about.
Misty Hyde.
Missy Hyde.
Yeah.
She never wrestled, but man, she cut a promo.
Yeah.
Her stuff with her and Paulie Dangerously back in the day, that was some great stuff.
Paul's a good talker.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Eddie Gilbert was a good talker.
Yeah.
Hot stuff. Let's see who else.
That's fine.
I'll tell you another guy, and I don't know if I've ever seen a promo or match other than the one I saw in person. But when I listened to him on Cole Cabana's podcast, and then I listened to him on another podcast, and I can't remember the name of the podcast, and maybe Kick Out at 2 or something, or maybe an AIW podcast or something. But it was Buddy Landell. He had this southern drawl, and he had the like kind of like the Nature Boy shtick down pat. Man, I want to go back. I've actually wanted to go back, never done it, but just go back and listen to some of his promos, man. Like, I bet they're phenomenal.
We got a lot of guys that need to go listen to some promos to learn some things.
Oh, yeah.
If you can talk them into the seat, it should be wear and tearing your body out of hell.
Yeah. Man, who else?
I thought of a few.
All right, lay them on me.
That's why I said no. I
Mick
said
Foley.
Yeah, Foley's awesome.
I mean, Foley's a great promo. Yeah, this Cactus Jack stuff in ECW is super good.
I actually liked when he was coming into WWE and they were doing the real dark underground stuff, and like he never went that dark with it.
When he had the rat? Do you know the story of the rat?
I've heard various versions. I don't know what the true story is.
Who the rat belonged to? Jim Cornette's rat.
That's right.
His pet rat, George.
Yeah.
And it said that when George died, Jim Cornette took like 2 weeks off to mourn his death because George was his best friend, other than Kenny Bolin. That's the story. I can kind of see. I mean, you know, wrestlers and rats. I mean, I guess it goes together, you know. In more ways than one.
I got a story to tell you after we cut this camera off too. I'm glad you reminded me.
So
I can't tell this one. Sorry.
Rodents.
Yeah, well, it's a big rodent.
Who else?
Fiber in it.
Huh? Who's the best talker you've seen on the indie level?
I would probably stick with Monty.
Monty?
Yeah, honestly.
I like Sammy Callahan.
Because Monty make you love him or he can make you hate him.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
It can have you at one point, 1 second, and flip it the next second.
Yeah. I watched the They Came for Stiff documentary with Sammy Callahan earlier today, and it was good.
It's on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones I've seen.
Have you seen the Joey Janela one?
Mm-mm.
Joey Janela can talk too.
Really?
Yeah, like, or at least in, you know, on the documentary, like, he can talk. So I don't know how well he is actually in promos, but
okay,
he's really good. What about Enzo?
Enzo, I don't know. He reminds me of a lot of guys I hated in high school, so I can't get behind him. I'm
just
not
his
a
route,
fan.
though, man. Like, he's got it down pat.
He'll make you want to either like him or hate him, and I hate his freaking guts. So yeah, I guess he's got a point.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, smack. But I just knew too many guys like that in high school, and I wanted to just stomp the shit out of them. So I guess he's got a point, you know. Like I say, love him, hate him.
So
I got my haterade going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jay Lethal can talk.
Used to could. Where's he at now? Is he still in
Ring of Honor? And working New Japan a good bit.
I want to ask you something. I know we're kind of off subject, but they dropped the belt and went to a ring. What do you think of that?
Then did they go to a ring, or is that just kind of Cody's gimmick?
I don't know. My understanding was the small thing I read was now it was going to be a ring, and it's a nice looking ring. Yeah, it really is.
I saw Cody unveil it to the Bullet Club.
So is that real? We don't know. So
Cody's flaunting the ring, like, because he's like, I want to show this to you guys, but because Cody was the one presenting it and showing it off, I felt like
maybe it should be his gimmick.
It may be his gimmick, like, because he has that I'm the rich WWE, son of, wrestling royalty kind of thing going on. So, and then he's like that bad boy of it. So it's like, kiss my ring, kind of like look at my money. The big ring signifies money.
I liked it, but I didn't hate it. You know what I mean?
I mean, back in the day, they wrestled for jackets.
Yeah, I know that's what I was going to say. I mean, I know it's kind of going off subject, but it's still wrestling. But I saw it and I was like, wow, that's different. That's
Cody's a pretty good talker too.
Since he left WWE, yeah.
Goldust is a good talker. Talk about a guy that doesn't get credit.
No.
Goldust can talk.
Let me ask you this.
R-Truth can talk.
Do you remember when
he don't know where he's at?
Goldust dropped being Goldust, and he's like, he's coming back the whole time. And everybody thinks he's doing like his religious gimmick, but it was, but it wasn't. But it was actually talking about Goldust was coming back. You remember that?
Was that
I guess it's 98, 99.
So that was kind of after the artist formerly known as Goldust.
And when he comes back, he's not doing the gayish stuff. It's more just I'm a pink faced badass. Yeah.
I liked the artist formerly known as Goldust and Luna stuff. Like, I was always a big fan
Luna
of
was
that.
a good talker.
Yeah, absolutely.
She sounded like a dude, but she could talk her.
I mean,
off.
she was out there, you know, but that was her character to be out there, you know. But hey, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Tell us who your favorite talker is, and then tell us who's that guy that we should know that we don't, you know.
Al Snow.
Al Snow's phenomenal. That's a great example of it. But do that. Put it down in the comments. Like, subscribe. They just keep coming. So, and just let us know who you think some of the talkers that maybe they don't get the credit. You know, who's the Brian Christophers of the world? I mean, I think he was always great. Yeah, that laugh was great. But September 23rd, September 23rd, we got a fundraiser for Star Youth Association in Byron, Mississippi, headlined by John Saxon taking on Ray Fury for the federated title. Also, we got
PN News at some point.
PN News may be there. No, we got Rex Andrews. He's world traveled. You know, doing the stuff with Booker T, doing the stuff overseas with Great Khali. He's going to come in and face Chuck McMullen. It's going to be a big match for Chuck in his career. And you know, hopefully Rex doesn't sleep on Chuck.
Oh, Rex. Thank God. I was not going, Great Khali's coming.
Yeah. Rex Andrews, not Great Khali, not PNU's. He may show up, never know. But also O'Shea Edwards, the professional, returns. We got the Boot Boys, the Experience, Days of Rage, New League Crown Tag Team Champions, the Cavemen.
Ray Fury. Yeah,
Ray Fury defending the federated title. And then also November the 11th, Jackson, Mississippi, 6th annual Great Southern 8 live at the Hideaway. Big event going to be happening there. So just check those out and just always like, subscribe, share, comment, and
yo baby,
yo baby, yo baby, yo. So later, guys.